Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar. We are here to have a webinar series from Dream to Degree, Master Your Future in Germany. So basically, this is about how to take the leap and really make a step forward to shape your own career path to Germany. So today we focus on what you need in order to prepare yourself, what fears you might be encountering, and how to manage all these challenges and really take a leap of faith and make the steps towards a study program here in Germany. As you've seen in our video, we are from RWTH International Academy, which is the further institution of RWTH Aachen University, a very renowned university here in Germany. And yet, today we don't focus that much on our particular offer. We rather want you to feel connected and see, okay, this is where I might go to, this is the culture I enter, and this is how everything works and what I need to prepare. My name is Melanie Ostfeld, and in case you have some questions, you can always write them into the chat box, because I have a colleague online who is Sofía, and she from the intake department will be answering your questions, share some links whenever it's fit to do so. So this is how the webinar is going to start, and so that you know, our series will work this way. Today we start with the general topic of coming here, why Germany is a good place for you to study. The next time it's going to be about this university and the International Academy, right where technology happens. After that, we're going to focus on the people who will accompany you on that way. You'll never walk alone. So meet the peers and mentors and also a professor in order to see this is how RWTH International Academy organizes study programs for you to feel at home. And then, of course, we need to deep dive into the different study programs. We'll have one session about the engineering programs and one about the Master of Public Administration European Studies. You're going to meet some students who are already in those programs, so you're kindly invited to join. And of course, at the end, we're going to we need to get started. We want to see you what you need for the application in order to make sure you're financed in a well and stable way, get the scholarships you might need. So this is going to be at the end of February. But in case you're already further along on your journey and know you want to study here, be aware that the 1st of March is your application deadline. So this should be when you send all the documents. But now let's take step by step of this journey and start with today's topic. So if you are excited and scared about studying abroad, particularly in Germany, then you are exactly where you should be. Let's have a look at the students who are here, in different international students who chose Germany for various reasons. They say, okay, Germany has attractive study conditions, a wide range of courses, the degree is internationally recognized, I have good job prospects, and I can study in English, which, by the way, is also what we do here. All our courses are taught in English. Then, okay, if these are motivations of students who are actually already in Germany, let's take a look at how you taking the leap to study in Germany makes you grow. It makes you grow on 3 levels: personally, academically, and of course, career-wise, because that's what it's going to lead to, right? Now, let's start with the personal aspect of it. Studying abroad means that you might encounter some fears. You might wonder, what if I don't fit in? What if I fail on an academic level? What if I feel lonely? I don't find my people? What if I disappoint my family? That might even be a concern. And what if it's just all too complicated? Those are the fears that everyone has and no one puts on their website. But let's talk honestly about them. So actually, fear is not a stop sign. It's just a sign that growth is waiting. It's a sign that you are thinking about a question that's important. It's a life-changing decision, coming to a different country and trying to make it here. And you can take these steps and actually find friends, make new friendships that cross borders and last a lifetime. Actually, our students tell us that since they are in an international cohort, they meet people from everywhere and also have German classmates. that's it, what makes them very culturally sensitive. And it's a beautiful thing to grow in this, personal, cultural aspect of your life. Of course, we're also having alumni networks. Here, this is already a little heads up. Next time, we're going to meet people who are surrounding you when you choose EWTH International Academy. And you can meet Franziska from our career service. And she also manages the alumni community. So, of course, when you are in Germany, you're going to be together with all these different people, and it's going to make you grow personally. You immerse yourself in this new culture and gain a new level of independence. So maybe you've never lived on your own. Now you share a flat or have even your own flat and need to organize yourself. You gain new confidence, independence, a new technique to communicate. For example, these two guys are holding up their little fingers because it's a greeting we have here in Aachen. It comes from times where the textile industry was still working with people who were separating needles. And so this is our sign. We say hello this way here in Aachen in Germany. Plus, obviously, Germany is very safe. You might experience a new level of safety that you do not have in your home country. And this is obviously a good thing to feel that you can even go out at night and still even get some cash from the bank in the middle of the night and just feel that the environment is really safe. So, who does take the leap? Who moves to Germany to study? Let's have a look at this map. You can see that people from all over the world actually come here. So there are people from the different parts of Europe, from Asia, from Latin America, and even Africa. So all the different continents are choosing to come here. And again, this makes you build a global mindset. Okay, but I can tell you a lot about these different statements and how we see our students growing and developing. Let's talk to somebody who has actually moved here. I'm going to sit down now with Sofía. She is my dear colleague, a student success manager, and she herself moved to Germany in order to study here. And now she's working here with us. So let's welcome Sofía. Hello.
Hi, Melanie.
It's so good to have you here.
Thank you for inviting me here.
Yeah, of course. So let's talk a little bit about your special path. How did you first move to Germany?
Well, yeah, like you said, my interest came in finding a study program here. And I had already lived in many other countries and explored a bit and so on. But the program I found here in Germany was very attractive to me. And I decided, to take that leap, can come here and study. And of course, looking back, I think, you go through all these things like visa, bureaucracy, and I would have wished I would have had the support that we give here in the International Academy.
Yeah, that actually leads me to my next question. You are a student success manager. Mm-hmm. How do you make sure students have success? What is it that you're doing?
So I like to think of myself as a bridge. Mm-hmm. So I help students connect, their adaptation here, their German academic rules and regulations, navigate all this difference, not just culturally, but building also a bit of confidence throughout this process, because I myself was once on the other side.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know how it feels that all things may come at once, mm-hmm. right? Like not just the study program, which you are trying to navigate through the first semester and so on, but also, the living experience, connecting with other peers and so on. This can also be a bit challenging. Yeah.
Okay, so what exactly do you guys do in order to make people feel at home?
So, yeah, we offer consultations. We are the first point of contact, for anything academically related, for anything regarding support or helping you navigate your studies. With those questions about where should I go to, who should I reach out to, or maybe you're having a tough semester and you need an ear to talk about how it's going through. And we are there. We're just there. Anything that pops up during the semester, we are your first point of contact.
So how do you make a community grow?
Well, that's a good question. I like to think of it as building trust is the first thing, right? Making someone feel comfortable, supported, and connected, right? That's how you open up and talk about your fears and help me understand what can I do for you and how can I connect you to that community. But also very important, we have a lot of courses throughout the semester, and one of them is a partnership we have with the Techniker Krankenkasse, where we offer, health courses, wellness courses, tailored to not just, also find a balance through your studies, because it is very, very important that you come here to study, but also to, take care of yourself and also connect with other people from other programs.
I think I saw you jogging the other day. Is that right?
Yeah, last year, that was funny. We did a running course, and it was super cool because we got to know a bit of Aachen, different running places. We got good weather, and it was also, of course, a way to stay healthy and know the city. So we had so much fun.
Oh, that's beautiful. So you even accompany the students?
Yes. Normally, I like to be there myself, and I like to join as well. Yes.
That's beautiful. Okay. Do you remember a case where you were able to help? Is there something where you say, okay, this is usually the phase that's critical for students, and how do you cope with that?
I think a critical phase is this first semester, right? Once you arrive here, is, like I said, it's just the shock of everything. Like it is very exciting, but there are also many challenges, right? You are looking for housing, you are trying to adapt to a new culture. If you learn a bit of German, it can help a lot at the beginning to get you by. And also getting to know people, right? So I think that's mainly a semester where it's good to look out for us, student success management, to see, hey, if exams are approaching and everything's getting the best of you and you don't know how to cope, we're here. Maybe you need, a study buddy, so you don't know many people, so maybe we can connect you to other students and help you study, and situations like this. So I would say it's very important that you get in contact with us in that first semester.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Actually, a lot of our students also live together in the housing that we provide. I'm sure they also meet in that situation, right?
Yeah, that's a great way to as well learn some German when you get those shared flats as well, and maybe also if it's a private shared flat as well, you get to practice your German a little bit, right?
So you're already talking about the language. Would you, because I know you, of course, would you say this is one of the big challenges? What you've seen the slide with all the fears on it. What did you experience? How do you?
I think mainly fear comes from uncertainty. That's what I learned myself, not inability, right? So when you are feeling informed about things, how things work, you're feeling supported, you have your network, that helps you gain that confidence. Because at the end of the day, those fears won't disappear, but they would change for sure. And, this is a process we all have to go through. And I think it is very important to be patient with yourself and just find the right support. And I like to think that's why I'm here, because I've been through it.
Yeah, exactly. You come from Puerto Rico.
Yes.
So your native language is Spanish. And how did you find the process of learning German?
Oh, well, like I said, I didn't have the support that we offer here. So I went through a lot of, moments against the wall where, I didn't find the right support. I had to go out there myself and find a way to communicate. Sometimes there's this fear of, what if I miss out on something that I'm not normally missing out, because things work a certain way in my country, but that doesn't mean they work the same way here.
Yeah.
So you wonder, am I missing out on a deadline or something that maybe someone didn't told me? But I think at the end of the day, you just have to go out there, right? You just have to go and practice the language. And like we said, maybe the best way is sharing a flat, getting to know some German colleagues and trying to practice as much as you can. But if you can learn a little bit before you arrive, I think that's a big step.
Interesting. Okay. But we do have, in our case, this webinar is about Germany in general, but in our case, we even have German courses in our study program.
Yeah.
So, guys.
Yeah. There's time for you as well.
Perfect. Okay. Since you are in the student success management, how do you celebrate the success of our students? We have the welcome day in the beginning and then, of course, the great graduation at the end. Are there other events that you find particularly fascinating?
Like I said, I'm now been recently in charge of those wellness events. So for me, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I like to connect with my students as well. That's a chance for me to connect with them as well. But we also have other events, like throughout the semesters, you you will hear and a lot from us. We have a learning space, a platform where everyone should be connected to learn more about the types of events we're offering. But we also offer, things related to career, which with Franziska von Meer from the career department. And we also have other events, maybe a freshers fair and academic introductions, which hopefully will be throughout the Welcome Week as well. You get to meet, your academic advisor and situations like that. So we have many events throughout the year. And I think it's important that once you're a student, you get familiar with learning space.
Oh, yeah, that's a good thing, because then nothing like you experience will happen where you feel like, did I miss a deadline?
Yeah.
No, you guys actually.
No, we are posting everything.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you so much, Sophia. I'm going to get back to you in a second. And we are going to sum it up a little bit, because you can see there are people here who are going to support you, and you will see that you master the different challenges that you once thought were too big. But as Sophia well said, bureaucracy becomes a problem-solving skill, language barriers become resilience, and uncertainty becomes adaptability. So remember that support will turn your fear into confidence, and nobody must do this alone. Don't worry, once you get here, you will actually find that it's a great adventure, an academic one that brings you further in your career, but that's also very rewarding to you as a person. So let's have a look at the second level then. How does taking the leap to study abroad in Germany make you grow in an academic way? Well, of course, here you can choose some study programs that truly interest you and not just what's available on the market. So maybe you have a topic where I really love simulations, but here in my home country, there's only mechanical engineering as a general topic. Well, we have really specialized master's degree programs where you can focus on your interests and really dive deep into what you love. So cutting-edge engineering is obviously a thing, made in Germany is what the brand, the engineering makes big. And also, if you're rather the person who's interested in European policies, we have relevant policy topics. So find out about the different programs, see what you like. And to put it all into a perspective, here you can see how international students choose Germany over other countries. We're actually on third place in this statistics from 2022. Yeah, it's not that recent, but you can see you will not be alone. A lot of different students, around 400,000, are waiting to study here with you so you can build your community. And obviously, Germany offers you high-class teachers. So you're going to be part of world-class research and a great support system, the professors of a high level. Student success managers like Sophia and career service are something you might expect, at least at private universities who might have more resources for that. And I can promise you, if in case you choose RWTH International Academy, we have all that prepared for you. Plus, in Germany in general, obviously you can combine theory, practice, and industry experience. That means that you as a student with your student visa can work up to 20 hours a week and still maintain your visa valid, no problem there. You're obviously here to study, but you can gain experience, maybe even dive into research if you are rather thinking about working at a laboratory or in the industry. So you can make your CV more relevant, more interesting for future employers. And of course, also seek internships to do so while you study. There are a few weeks every academic year that you'll have completely up to you, and you can see, okay, if I plan my exams in this way, I'll have this space to enter a company and do an internship, gain some more experiences, maybe even choose a company to write on your thesis. That way you even get paid for your research, and maybe you can even stay there. That's what is happening a lot to our students. They choose to write their thesis in cooperation with a company, and then they can stay on the long run. This is why networking with companies is something that will enrich you academically and career-wise. So your degree is respected worldwide because it's made in Germany. And then let's go to the final of these 3 aspects. When you come here and grow career-wise, you obviously expect certain things of this investment. When you come here, you want it to be worth the pain, right? So a German degree, be sure of that, opens doors in Germany and around the world. Let's have a look at some data. High qualified students really like to stay here in Germany. Third of them recommend studying here, where 2/3 even plan to stay after graduation, and 1/2 stays on the long term. Obviously, you can choose your own path once you are here and when you see how you like it, how you want to expand your network. Maybe you want to change cities at some point, see where your career takes you. But obviously, the option is there. Once you're here, you might want to stay. Because there are also high salaries here in Germany. When you do this kind of investment and take a lot of money to pay a study program, pay your visa, because the embassy is going to ask you for a blocked account, and you're going to need to prove to them that you can actually survive all the time you're going to be here in Germany and study. Well, of course, you need to plan ahead, and you might worry about the return of investment. This is why here we can see 3 different countries compared to Germany. When you think about a mechanical engineer after a master's degree program in Germany, they might gain around 60,000 euros per year. And now let's do a little bit of calculations. Maybe you get a scholarship here at EVITA International Academy and pay around 18,000 euros for your whole study program. And then let's compare it to Mexico. So when we have this 60,000 euros annual income minus taxes, which is almost 40% here in Germany, leaving 36,000 after graduation. And then we deduct the previous income, in this case, 8,900 euros, without considering taxes. They may vary from country to country, of course, but then we have around 27,000 euros additional income per year. So in that case, we would have a return of investment of about 8 months after graduation. So yes, it might seem scary, but actually coming here, working here after graduation, financing your studies, and push your career up to a next level is worth the investment. And when we look at the employment rate here in Germany, it's also a favorable situation. We have marked here the European Union. In Germany, the employment rate is even a little higher than on average here in the EU. And this is also compared to, for example, Canada. When we narrow it down a little bit more to universities, there is the Global Employability University Ranking and Survey of 2025 that put Germany on the top 3 of where you can actually find great jobs after your graduation at our university. And of course, when you work here, you don't just do a job. It's about solving real problems. You can find purpose in your career, really care about innovation, make a next step towards sustainability, reshape infrastructure, use new technologies. So it's all very fascinating in that sense. You might not just be where a production line is, but actually use AI, make more new concepts, and take, especially in the engineering classes, your knowledge to the next level and implement it into your job. Plus, we here in Germany enjoy certain benefits that you can also enjoy, because Germany believes in working well and living well. So we care about work-life balance. We actually send our colleagues home when we notice they've been here extra hours. It's time to go. We have paid vacation at least 25 days per year. Also a big social security system, which means that automatically, once you're employed, you pay certain insurances for your health care, for a pension system. So in case you want to stay and grow old here, you're already working on that. Even if you get sick on the long term, all of these social factors make a safety net be very attractive if you live and work here. And we even have family-friendly systems, may it be on your job or just the regulations that, for example, in case you have kids, both of the partners can take time off. For a lot of time, it's even paid. And, it can be up to 3 years that you just leave for one kid. Obviously, that's not very normal in other countries. So it's something special about living and working here in Germany. So you might say, okay, I want to become part of the global Made in Germany story. And if that's the case, then quickly I'm going to sum up to you the different master's degree programs we have here. Remember, afterwards we have more webinars upcoming and we dive deeper into those contents. So, in case you're looking for a high-end master's degree here at International Academy, we have, for example, digital engineering, which means the master's degree program, computer-aided conception and production in mechanical engineering, where you focus on modeling and simulation and use AI for example, the digital twin. This program has a little brother, so to speak, because MME means management and engineering. So there you combine the engineering part with management classes and learn how to guide a project, your team, and make decisions for the company. Then there's textile engineering, where you focus on intelligent fibers, for example. And for all these three, you need a background in mechanics, which can mean you have studied automation engineering or mechatronics or industrial engineering. There's a wide range, but you need to have basic skills in mechanical engineering. And there are three more. For those, it also applies. Smart production engineering is all about the smart factory, the connection of machines, even working with AI in this case. And again, management in engineering in production system combines that with management courses. And then we have robotic systems engineering. Here, of course, it's all about designing and programming robots and intelligent systems for human-machine interaction, for production, but even in medicine. And then we have three more. One is for our civil engineers. Resilient civil engineering is all about infrastructures that, make it in the future. So with all the different challenges about climate change, about urbanization, you need to build bridges, of course, buildings and streets that are made for this. And battery systems engineering is for everyone who has a background in STEM careers. So there you obviously learn about this very modern and fascinating topic, how to produce, how to reuse batteries, and not just in automotive engineering, but anywhere where it's needed. And then the MPA, Master of Public Administration, European Studies, is for you with all the majors you might have had in your past. So here you can focus on the different topics like the digitalization in the EU. And also, since we're still technical university, always look at how technology shapes Europe's future. Okay, so quick review. Next time you can connect and see where technology happens here at RWTH Aachen University and its International Academy. We show you videos from Aachen, from the city, what you can experience here, how the campus works, and you'll get a broader picture of what it means to come here in specific. After that, you'll never walk alone. We'll show you the people who surround you. We dive into the different master's degree programs and let you know about the application process. So, of course, in case you apply, you might even want to know more about the different program introductions. Resilient Civil Engineering has just happened. So in case you're interested in that, you can write to us and ask for the video link. The other webinars will be held by my colleagues and have academic advisors and students of those programs who show you how it is to study them. Please make sure that you scan this QR code right now, because you can leave your email address and name and country of origin, and then you can get access to more tailored information. So we can actually tell you when we see, there's a scholarship for this certain country, you might want to check it out. Or, hey, it's time to apply now, the 1st of March is approaching. Then you get some emails, but don't worry, we don't do spam. Okay, so please make use of this QR code. Afterwards, you will even have more accompanying webinars with people like Sofía. So come up here. We can actually say goodbye now. This is our contact slide. Be sure to get in touch in case you have more specific questions. We're always here for you. And thank you, Sofía, for
Thank you
the
so
support.
much.
Bye, guys.
Bye.